Sports with Blake. Dan meets sports fanatics and some of the biggest sports entertainment stars.
Sports with Blake podcast. I'm here with a legendary voice, somebody that I grew up listening to as a youngster, and it's my pleasure and honour to have him on the channel right now on Sports with Blake, Mr. Adam Smith. How are you doing, sir?
What a lovely introduction, thank you. I'm humbled by that, and I'm just pleased to be here with a mic back in my hand and commentating on incredible fights like this one. You know, don't blink. It's Wardley and Dubois, May the 9th, 95% knockout ratio each. I mean, for one fighter it's something, but for both of them, I think it's a fabulous domestic dust-up for a heavyweight championship of the world. And I think both of them could have gone other ways. Both of them could have had easier fights next, and they've chosen each other, and it's terrific for fans. It really is.
So from your perspective, whose mindset do you think gives them the edge in this matchup between Daniel Dubois and Fabio Wardley?
That's a great question. You've got to think that Fabio, at the moment, with the momentum he's got and the fact that he found a punch out of nowhere to beat Justice Hooney, he's coming off a cracking win over an in-form Joseph Parker. And a few years ago, he was a recruitment consultant in Ipswich who'd had no boxing experience. So I think his mindset's pretty strong. Daniel, look, to sign for the fight, to be back with John Charles, all good signs. We won't know until he gets in there. You know, he's coming off a defeat to Usyk. Everybody loses to Alexander Usyk. He had a great run before that. So we'll find out about his mental strength on the night. What we do know is that Fabio's never gone in with someone who hits as hard as Daniel Dubois, and maybe who's not as good. I mean, Joe Parker would argue, Fraser Clark would argue, but Daniel Dubois is a very skilled fighter. You saw against Joshua in those early stands. He got his jab going, he took the ring away from AJ. If Daniel can box and hold himself together in this fight, Fabio could be in for a really tough first defense. However, mentally going into it, I think you've probably got to think that Fabio hasn't been stopped, he hasn't lost, although the Fraser Clark first fight was close, and Daniel has lost 3 times. So, but hey, come fight night, both will be very, very confident of a knockout win.
And what does Wardley do well that could trouble Daniel Dubois, and what does Daniel Dubois do well that could trouble Fabio Wardley?
I think Fabio finds a way to navigate himself through fights and has got better and better. Like, he has improved from no amateur experience from the get-go. So all his education has been in the pro ring. And that's a real inspiration to people outside, right? Young kids maybe can't get onto into a big amateur club or a Team GB, a podium squad. Look at what Fabio's done. Anyone can do it if you work hard. What does Fabio do well? He's got arcing punches. He's got very, very good fitness. He's got better skills than maybe it looks like on paper. He's got a decent jab. He's good off the back foot, and he's incredibly resilient. What does Daniel do? Daniel's got a beautiful jab when he uses it well. He's got a lovely right hand. He's a good inside fighter. They both bring something different to the table, but what they both bring together is dynamite power.
And the last question, it's a very personal question, this one, and I wanted to ask it. I just come up with it just now. There's a moment where you said, in the Eubank fight, and Conor Benn, Eubank's dad came out the car and you was like, he's here! Reason why I'm mentioning that is because as a broadcaster myself, those key moments and being able to paint the picture through broadcasting, through your words and reporting, are very key to being a brilliant broadcaster. And when you done that, I was like, this is why I love Adam, because he knows how to paint the picture of the moment when the moment is happening. And there was no better saying than what you said there. Tell us about your process when those moments are happening right there in front of you.
Well, it was a massive shock. I mean, we'd spent weeks and weeks preparing for the fact that Senior wasn't going to be there, that it was only going to be the 3 of them. So it was like a WWE moment, let's be honest.
100%.
Darren Barker and I were almost out of our seats. It was phenomenal. And I think it's just, I love this sport. I love the theatre of it. I love the fighters that put their livelihoods on the line for our entertainment. I think that there's no sport like this in the world. And I guess, look, I'm a storyteller at heart, and I watched Senior as a kid, as a teenager coming through. He was someone I loved watching, and I worked with Nigel and with Steve and with Chris towards the end of their careers, but I was always a big Eubank Senior fan. So for me, he turned up. It was pure theatre, pure drama. And I think, yeah, look, I'm passionate about what I do, and I think it's about trying to paint pictures and add some drama to the occasion. And yeah, look, thank you for saying that, and I just react to what I see, and sometimes it comes out well, and sometimes it comes out terribly, but you know, it's from the heart.
Thank you so much for your time, Adam. And
we're listening to Sports with Blake. Tune in. He's the man. Great questions.